Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for our deciding game number 3 here. The last match of the day. Well, the only match of the day, really. It's Bananas versus First Departure. God, somebody's going home. Yep. Who's it going to be?
I want to see the draft first. Give me some draft, and then maybe we'll decide.
That's a bullshit cop-out answer. The Bananas are going to upset First Departure here. I'm calling it now.
Sure, I'm with you. Okay. Mostly because they're
my
boys. Yeah, exactly. I'll back them up.
All right, so you Miracle fans out there, you got something nasty coming your way.
I'm a Miracle fan too, but like I know more of the Bananas guys, so I don't know. Numbers prevail there.
Yeah, we're blatant bias showing here in the cast from the studio hosting the event, mind you. So yeah, go make the Reddit threads start raging. No, we'll have a good game on our hands hopefully. And the draft a bit different here. We are seeing the Spirit Breaker first pick. I feel like this series, like every game has been totally different in terms of what the teams have wanted and prioritized.
I mean, this was first 2 picked by First Departure. I guess they really decided it was a key hero, and I think something they're confident like they can handle a gyrocopter with, and I think they just look at the gyrocopter last game like that was kind of low impact.
I really think you get the Lena over the gyro, but I guess with the Storm here, so they get someone who's very mobile around the map.
Now, First Departure, I think the Lena was a key pick. Now may be the time to take it, because otherwise it gets banned out. I mean, again, Lena does great against Storm mid in that matchup. It's a pretty good counter with the Yule's LSA. The one thing that Bananas won't get this game because of this opener is probably going to be the Winter Wyvern, though. I imagine that's a hero First Departure will be looking to ban out. At the same time, they probably want supports that are more kind of apt at dealing with Spirit Breaker's charge, which is not Winter Wyvern. You don't want to blow a Winter's Curse just to cancel a charge. You'd rather have a Telekinesis or the Lion type hero.
Yeah, they do really fancy this Disruptor in this series, it feels.
Yeah, this is the same 2 opening picks from First Departure.
Not a hero that many teams favor. I mean, kind of. I feel like the main area where we do see the Disruptor is with the Darkseer Gyro duo. We saw that trio at TI quite a few times, but not E-Home ran it quite a bit, I believe. LGD and CDEC a little. Not as much, but occasionally. But.
So targeted bans from Bananas. No Lena, no Anti-Mage, and Winter Wyvern targeted at Bananas from out of First Departure. But I mean, kind of mentioned, I feel like they were definitely going to pick up one support, which is a Spirit Breaker charge counter. So that's not the Winter Wyvern. Maybe they would have gone Wyvern plus Lion again, or Wyvern plus Rubik, but something different will come from Bananas in the way of supports.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, what are I mean, Rubik is probably the easiest counter with the instant lift. Earthshaker can be good, but he's banned.
Witchshock does not. I think this will be like more of a safe lane support. Just have a kind of good killing combo. You've also got some good sustain with the Voodoo Restoration,
and this one gets through, GoDz. The Queen of Pain was banned out second phase last game.
Yep. It's kind of, I guess you can't ban like all the mids in Bananas position. Maybe if they
they banned the AM, and I gotta say, when you pick the Storm and after the game Miracle had, I mean, he dominates a solo mid AM, so you know this guy's versatile. You can't really argue with going AM over Quap there.
Wonder if Bananas will consider going back for the Darkseer for boons. It worked out well going back to game 1, but no, Sankin comes out. I guess could be off lane, could be support. You don't really know too much just yet, but instant stun there. A pretty good Spirit Breaker answer. Especially once he gets the blink, he can make sure he gets in a good position to blink Bio Strike and cancel a charge.
Yeah, maybe denying it. Also part of the game plan here. First Departure. Yeah. Saw them get away with the greedy jungler, and it is worth mentioning. It has been Radiant First Departure every single game in the series. Actually, want to double check who on the coin toss here.
5 seconds.
First Departure.
They chose first pick.
They chose first pick.
And then Bananas chose Dire.
I think Bananas has been prioritizing Dire.
Yeah, they chose Dire this game, so I guess that maybe when I imagine Bananas also did have first pick going back to game 2, I think it was. Yeah, because it was the Spirit Breaker and Disruptor picked up. It was the first pick Gyrocopter game.
That's
so
right.
They chose first pick that game, I imagine.
I am liking this. I feel like this draft is a little more suitable for Bananas where they have the stronger laners, because it seemed like that was really their strength in game 1 was they got tons of farm on their cores. Last game the Gyro did great, but then the Ember, not really the strongest laning hero, got some pressure from the Spirit Breaker. This time it's a Storm mid, so you expect him to have a much better time.
Well, AA comes out and kind of maybe looking...
Morphlane, the Miracle Morphlane. He played it yesterday in the ESL qualifier. There you go. Bananas
ban.
ready with the ban.
They've done their homework.
And they know their Miracle.
And just, it's one of those things where AA just suits the first departure style because that one hero that Miracle's playing that's off solo split pushing, you throw an Ice Blast his way and suddenly he's killing someone by himself, so...
What are some other options here for Miracle that can kind of combo with that?
I mean, he might be playing the Quap. It's possible. It kind of depends on, I guess, the style of safe lane farmer they want to get. Slark's a hero he's played before.
If Faceless Void weren't so damn weak right now, I would say Void could be great this game.
Yeah, that's...
I saw there were a bunch of games at TI where I remember like this might actually be a game where Void works, and then I think he came out 1 out of 5 times.
As a carry, he takes way too much farm and can't fight too well. As an offlaner, it's
he needs he just takes. So
as an offlaner, he never does damage. He just it's like his Chronosphere's got 1.5 minute cooldown. Sand King's Burrow Strike as an offlaner has a 12-second cooldown. Like I'd much rather have the Sand King than a Void in a team fight.
Well, that's the thing is the Chrono cooldown got really screwed over when they nerfed it at all levels to make the Scepter better. But of course, the downside is it's over 2 minutes now at level 1.
So,
so not Void. It's more wishful thinking, just because I enjoy seeing the hero.
Oh yeah.
Who could it be? We talked about the Naga. I still think Naga is quite a possibility for this team.
Always is. Yeah, I can never discount it with Miracle.
I just love that Naga Disruptor duo as well. So potent.
And that was one of the things where last game they just. Yeah, like a sleep setup into the Disruptor ulti or like a Yule set. We may even see something like a Queen of Pain Yule's this game, partially to deal with the Storm Spirit silence, but also to set up that Disruptor silence. So, if not Queen of Pain going Yule's, maybe this last pick will be that kind of setup for the Disruptor ultimate.
I guess your most standard carry is like a PL here. Good old boring Phantom Lancer.
And Miracle has played that in the recent times as well. And, I mean, not a great PL game, but PL is such a strong hero that I feel like even against heroes like the Storm, who's a Orchid buyer, the Sand King's got AoE's damage and Instant Sun, Gyro's got some bed damage. I think PL is still like viable.
And this really discourages the PL, I was going to say, the Zeus pick, but that's not what they want, guys. They want the Dunk Lord.
This was banned last game, and Miracle, I mean, it's just one of those funky Miracle picks. He'll pull out these style picks. Great against Zeus.
It's time to slam now. Here we go. This is good. No pure damage. No single target physical damage, really. It's spread damage from the Gyro. This is there is the Death Ward. That's really it to focus down the Huskar gods.
And you can... I feel like Gyrocopter is actually quite bad against Huskar. Like, all throughout the early to mid game. Only, like, once you get to the late game, does Gyro do well against Huskar. And Huskar never wants to go late game anyways, because that's just where the hero falls off by nature. But because of the Gyro's kind of like lowish damage and slow attack speed, you can easily armlet toggle like when Gyro's hitting you. So you can't really just kill the Huskar on his own when you're a Gyrocopter. Even when he's down to like no HP whatsoever, he'll just armlet toggle you all day long.
Could be a very scary game, and could be the ultimate Michael Jordan Huskar. He's gone for the triple gauntlets here. Just getting as tanky as possible.
I guess he's going mid with that build, because I was about to,
yeah, this is going to be really scary for whoever goes to the mid lane. I mean, Storm will do okay early on. He's got good armor, decent range. Shouldn't get harassed as much as like your Ember from last game, but this feels like one of those rare games where Huskar could go off. That said, though, he doesn't really have any strong defensive support squads. There's no Dazzle, there's no Wyvern or anyone to really allow him to go hard in the paint.
The key hero might be the Witch Doctor Death Ward as well. That's decent physical damage that comes out at a fast rate, so it's hard. I don't want to say impossible, but I think it's very difficult and maybe not possible to actually armlet toggle with the Death Ward on you. So this Witch Doctor ulti, I think, is going to be the key spell to look out for Bananas as far as dealing with Huskar.
All right, let's introduce the team's gods. Our deciding game number 3 for those just joining us. We've got Bananas, and they took a rather convincing game 1. Game 2, a bit more back and forth, but ultimately they did fall apart there in the end. Lord Boons on your offlane Zeus with the boots first. Ninja Boogie, boots first as well, going for the Sand King into the jungle most likely. Illusion Jesus on the Storm. Black Shaitan, the Witch Doctor, and Slicks, the Gyro. As for the Radiant, first departure, we've got Miracle, Playing the solo mid Huskar with an early bounty rune picked up. Fixers on the Queen of Pain, Lubby, the Ancient Apparition, Kai, the Disruptor, and then in the offlane goes Call as the Spirit Breaker.
And this is not an easy or fun lane, particularly for the Storm Spirit against Huskar, so wonder if they're going to kind of commit the Witch Doctor towards mid lane. They've already got
the game
smoke,
plan,
yeah.
the 4-hero gank.
Storm's going to bait this. He's going to let the kind of Huskar come up, take some damage, and then go for a kill, I imagine.
He's taking the Fire Spears. There is a Hill Ward mid lane. Let's see. He's going to get vision pretty quickly. They have smoke for this. They're looking for the engage. Miracle about to get caught out. There's the Burrow Strike to set things up. Illusion Jesus as well. Get on top of him. He's low already, but not low enough to fall. And the first blood going for the Storm. That's a freebie bottle. No Courier Snipe. Now should be a more manageable lane.
Yeah.
Of course, this is the beautiful thing about the Gyro safe lane is he doesn't need any help.
Oh yeah, even here like Spirit Breaker, tankiest hero at level 1 in the game, but Rocket Barrage does just fine in this matchup. Still, Huskar will instantly TP back in and still has the edge of the Storm, I feel, right now. And after seeing your Huskar get killed, already we see Kai rotating towards mid, so he's basically saying, I'm going to make sure that this Huskar doesn't see the same fate come his way anytime soon once again.
We'll hold the line here in the top lane now as Kai makes his rotation, so it seems they'll settle into dual lanes. Currently in the off lane here for the Dire. Lord Boone's not getting a lot of experience. Has to be careful about being chased down. But yeah, you can see Miracle not going to be able to dominate the lane quite as hard with that first blood.
I'm in trouble here.
And that charge gets a decent amount of physical damage out. Rocket Barrage being split between two heroes. They may turn against Slicks, trying to focus down the Witch Doctor. They'll get the kill. Now Slicks on the run. Tangoing up. Can they get a secondary kill? There is no glimpse available, but there is a charge. Does Call want to risk it? Diving the tower. Not going to go for it.
Got the salve cancel and everything. Slick's in trouble here at the top lane. He's not going to die, but that makes this lane so rough for him with the salve instantly cancelled.
They're kind of punishing the Sand Kid off in the jungle. Really taking advantage of his absence. We'll rotate in the quick respawn. Ninja Boogie. And Burrow through, but he dies to the Thunderstring. A double kill for Kai. Man, I'm going down to the Gyro. Tries to retreat. Cask is there. Will he get denied by the neutrals? Kai's just going to hope for it. Doesn't, but elsewhere. Oh, Call may go down as well. Have they overextended? It's a 4-hero rotation. Salve up, but the Remnant, along with the overload damage, enough to get the kill. So it's salvaged here in the top lane. 3-2 the score.
Not a hero you'd expect to see rotate in this early this Storm, but one of those things where mids kind of stop ganking, but if you ever do have like that kind of opportunity to get a kill, it can really go a long way. And actually gives the mid lane to the Sand King to help him get level 3, so Storm will at least take some of these medium camps and they'll try to get Sand King into a position where he can actually jungle himself up towards that oh so important Blink Dagger.
Speaking of the Sand King, not enjoying his little stay in the mid lane all too much. It looks like Burning Spear is going to bring him down quite low. The Huntling will waddle back towards the base with a bit of Bottle Crow action. So they are doing well here in terms of farm gods. The safe lane Queen of Pain, the big breadwinner so far. Fixer 17-5 through 3 minutes of play. He has really yet to miss a CS. 19, maybe just a handful there.
Even mid lane Miracle coming out on top pretty well as far as CS goes. A lot of denies on the Storm Spirit. So despite going down early and giving up the kill, this is still a lane where he's feeling pretty good about himself, I think.
So they're going to rotate into a full-on tri-lane here, looking to take advantage of this and get a kill, but it's a short-range whiff from Ninja Boogie. Only a level 1 Burrow. You got to be basically on top of them to make that thing hit.
Yeah, it's always the sad level 1 Burrow strikes. And Ninja Boogie really just needs to leech XP to get level 3 right now. Would have loved to have grabbed that bounty rune up top just to get level 3. One of the few, like, normally you think, bounty rune's useless, except on a few heroes, like a Sand King trying to get level 3, an Alchemist. Other than that, you're always like, I want an Invis or a Haste or something more high impact.
Or just let the cores have it.
Charge on top.
Engage on the Gyro. Cask will be there to counterplay this, but doesn't really allow them to get a kill. You could see a first departure starting to pull away pretty heavily in the laning stage.
And even in this offlane, this is where Slick's getting his salve cancel has really hurt. Shatan's been constantly pulling him. Tango's using his mana for Voodoo Restoration. He's even pulled a Clarity now, so they've kept Slicks in the lane, but it's come at quite a heavy cost.
I mean, look at the Zeus. Level 1. 28 XP per minute. That's
Yeah.
that's less than a creep per minute.
And he needs XP Sanking. Okay, Sanking's actually got level 3. That's good news.
Sanking needs help, though. Kai's already here, just rushing in, looking for the harassment. Oh, the Burrow Strike coming through, but he is clipped by the Thunder Strike here, Ninja Boogie. This is a level 2 Sandstorm, so it's got pretty good duration. They may be able to kill off Kai. And comes the Storm as well. Spirit Breaker also on the move, but doesn't have the vision for Ninja Boogie. And now the chase goes the other way. They get a killing spree for the Storm out of this. But it's a killing spree on all the unexpected heroes, really.
Yeah.
The first blood, a 4-hero gank mid, and then just the cleanup crew for the other 2.
Storm's kill to CS ratio is very kill-sided in a way you probably don't want to see for your mid.
That's a big dug for Miracle, but not expecting the
top.
reinforcements. He's still going to get the kill, even through the Voodoo Restoration.
That's
1 for 1, but he does not get the experience.
Yeah, that's good for Bananas. He loses a kill streak, and Huskar gets a decent chunk of gold, but yeah, no experience. And importantly, Zeus does get experience. He got credited the kill, gets up to level 3, so I think big picture-wise, that was quite all right for the Bananas.
Queen of Pain yet to rotate, has hit level 6 now, though, so may look to get more involved as the game progresses. The Storm about to hit level 6 as well, and there's a hasted Disruptor rushing towards top.
He's not going to that.
Only a level 1 glimpse.
Would be a good time to contest those stacks. Ninja Boogie with a quad stack at the big camp. But that haste room will wear off by the time you could get there. And
you could just see Zeus just bodyguarding and also getting experience.
Yeah,
this is much needed.
And this freshly planted ward in the mid lane is to protect the Dire jungle from heroes running up that ramp. So it's a good play from Bananas, just protecting their kind of most important assets right now, which is going to be the farm for the Sanking and the jungle, and also the same ward protecting the Storm Spirit to a large extent in the mid lane.
And they are going to move Fixers. He's really hunting around here, hoping to get active now that he has hit level 6, but there's nobody home. Just a jungle game here for the Zeus.
That's a hero that maybe could have gone into those ancients to contest, the neutrals to contest, but would have taken a weird path like through the mid lane and tried to avoid the tower vision. And also, you never know if you're going to get there at the right time. Maybe you get there after it's cleared. Maybe you get there and the Sand King's not even killing it, and you don't want to. You can't kill the ancients, the neutrals from full HP. So it's not. It's a very high risk play to make. So it stays bottom, working on getting level 7 now, and maybe then rotating for a Sonic Wave.
The big timing, you mentioned it, GoDz. It's really when they get the Ice Blast and the Armlet, and checking in on those. The Armlet's well under construction. Helm of Iron Will already up on Miracle, and Ice Blast level and a half or so away for the Ancient Apparition, but they make the move on top lane where Fixers was waiting with the ultimate. They drop a Maledict, but Fixers has to retreat, and now another strike call committing onto Black Shaitan here, who will drop. The turnaround may come now, though, as Lord Boons rotates in level 3, balling forward, does get the Fixers kill. They even have a Burrow Strike available. It's only on 1 hero, though. Didn't connect on calls. Remnant, not enough. They're going to try to turn onto Kai instead. They get the kill. Ninja Boogie may take down to that final Thunder Strike. Yes, he will. Stays away from the team. It's a double kill from beyond the grave for Kai, as he makes the best out of that situation.
I mean, for first departures, the one here you really don't want kills on, though, unfortunately. It's going to be 900 gold in the Disruptor at 8 minutes in is fantastic. Wards for days for him, but for the team, you'd much rather see that going the way of Spirit Breaker or Queen of Pain. The Queen of Pain dies, doesn't get the kill. It really does hurt Fixers, and I feel like who gets the kill at these early stages does matter quite a bit. And that's where Disruptor just like kind of playing that 5-position role and roaming a lot isn't going to be able to make a whole lot of use out of the farm in the short term.
And perhaps even sadder is he doesn't really get that much experience out of the fight. He's still only level 4 here, despite the double kill.
Yeah, he's got a ton of money considering he's just level 4, having Tranquil Zone already.
You'd rather it's all the experience and not so much of the gold. They make their move on Miracle now. Ninja Boogie starting things off. Big ball in, 4-hero commitment. That's how you do it versus Huskar. Just dog piles down the lane and no chance of support.
No. It feels like Illusion Jesus is really comfortable in the Storm Spirit. You saw it in game 1 where he was just zipping around, really knew the limits of the hero, finding kills constantly. And again here, even in a bad matchup, he just makes up for the lack of farm he can get in lane against Huskar by just finding kills elsewhere on the map and just picks his moments when he knows he can go in and when his team's ready to fight.
Charge goes on to call top lane. The Slick's getting bounced back here, but the Ice Blast comes through as well. Does Slicks get hit by it? He does. Dropping low now. Call wants to engage. 1 auto attack would do him in, but he's worried about the rotation of Ninja Boogie, who burrows forward. Now the Storm engaging. The bash connects on 2, pushing Ninja Boogie out of the Sandstorm. Doesn't matter. Dominating for Illusion Jesus.
He's just always
Takes
in the
down
right
another.
place. This is scary how many kills the Storm's getting, and just he's always there when the Queen of Pain rotates every time the Storm's there, and the Blink's on cooldown and Storm gets kills.
Kai tanks a lightning bolt. Call charges in. Where's the backup, though? Doesn't have a whole hell of a lot. Miracle arrives, and that's going to be trouble for Lord Boons. Can't really run easily. Miracle trying to finish him off with the fire spears, but he's trapped in the trees. He got pulled up to the high ground by the dunk attempt. And now he'll be stuck here. He can maybe dunk down to the neutrals, but needs the vision for it. He's pinging it out.
Yeah.
Help me out here, team. Help me out here, team. I'll ping as well. Maybe that'll really cue them up.
He needs it soon, because here comes Gyrocopter.
There you go. The dunk away. Gets him to safety. Ninja Boogie has no mana, so he should be just fine.
Yeah. All right.
Meanwhile, top lane, though. Looks like Call charged all the way up here. Slicks is going to rotate out, but doesn't have a whole lot of backup. Ninja Boogie doesn't even have mana for a Burrow Strike. He can't offer anything. He runs through the fight, but only really shows his body. Maybe trying to zone them back mentally, but physically can't do much. It's up to the Storm, the Zeus as well. Jumping in on to Call. The Burrow finally gets the mana for it, and will be able to secure 1 kill. Fixers the turn. Ambushes Slicks, then looks to blink out, and should be able to escape from this. Illusion Jesus, he dove deep towards the tower, trying to find the additional kill, and in the end, Fixers does get caught on the way out. Storm surviving up to 1,700 gold. Lord Boons gets a double. There's your Zeus ult at your service, and all of a sudden, Bananas right back in the driver's seat.
Yeah, even with Queen of Pain getting a couple of kills there, like another death and Storm Spirit just staying alive while all these kills go on, doesn't seem like it's the right kind of trades for first departure to be taken right now. They do get a very important tower in the tier 1 mid, and Huskar with an armlet up online. This is kind of the timing for first departure. They've been taking a lot of fights where they maybe didn't need to, and that's where things have been looking really good for Bananas. But now with the armlet up and no clear way of dealing with this unless they can really focus him down with 4 to 5 heroes and constant chain disable, this is where the Huskar can really take control of this game.
Storm not having the big items yet, just the point booster. He is still the leader in net worth, but like you said, the armlet time is always scary time for the opponents, and especially this game, they have really, I mean, probably like bottom 5% of lineups to deal with Huskar. No pure damage, no real single target physical damage, the Death Ward, plenty of ways to cancel this, and Black Shaitan just a bit underleveled and squishy in general, it feels.
Yeah.
It does seem like a very good game for the Huskar. For now. Eventually, it feels like that hero falls off quite a bit.
Making a move towards the bottom lane. They find Fixes, but not an easy hero to kill. Burrow Strike actually clutches, though. Oh, boy.
Fixers wasn't really ready for that. The Zeus ult goes off. Maledict needs a little more damage, though. It's not a very high-level Maledict, and Fixers will end up surviving. He took the tower top while that was going on. Miracle getting the last hit as well.
Once the Burrow Strike landed, thought it was done for, but...
Point booster saving lives.
And just Zeus level 6 too. Didn't have the max up ult. But yeah, point booster and just the max survivability build that he's kind of gone for the early game. Charge coming in now. They want to turn this one around.
They do get eyes on Ninja Boogie. Immediate dust pop. Quick reactions here from first departure. The Burrow only on 1 and wouldn't have mattered anyway. Storm will ball forward. Looking for Fixers. Only has the level 1 pull back. The Zeus ult. Is he going to live again? The cast bounces through. Call retreating. Won't make it out. Oh, they could really use a second Zeus ult right now. Gyro cleaned up the Ancient Apparition in the meanwhile, and Lord Boons runs out. Scramble the defense. Miracle's coming. Nobody wants to stick around for that.
Yeah, they're doing a great job just avoiding Miracle, except where they can kill him, and they'll throw everything to kill him. Otherwise, they're completely avoiding him.
He got fogged. He was going deep for that one, but lost the vision.
Miracle's been in 1 of their 11 kills. And I mean, yeah, he's not necessarily meant to get in kills.
And the Storm has been in 11 of 14 as the true polar opposite to that.
We'll see how much that changes now. With the armlet, the Mask of Death, he may go for a Ro16, and then he grabs himself an Aegis so he can actually just play complete balls to the wall Dota and just really take it to Bananas as much as possible. But that's something Bananas will be keeping their eyes on, I'm sure, with Huskar in the game.
Aggressive moves here from Kali. Charged towards Slicks, but Slicks still had the haster inactive, able to retreat. See Ninja Boogie back top, and he is closing in on the Blink Dagger Gods. A bit of a slower timing for him, but he's had to do a lot more to help the team with the way First Departure getting so active on the map. As they use a Zeus ult bottom, Storm will get a kill. Looks like he may pay with his life, though. Chain bashed for days as Call brings him down. That ends an unstoppable streak. All of the money onto Call, who suddenly has 1,500 gold with an Ogre Club. Probably wishes he had a Midas at this point.
He can go back for it, maybe.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, honestly, he could, but I don't know if you see that.
Imagine he's committed to the BKB at this point, especially with the Sanking there.
They are going to commit the Death Ward onto Miracle. Miracle will get one, but it costs him his life. Call now charging through onto two. Ninja Boogie looking for the back exchange. Can he get the Burrow Strike? Does find it through the tree line. Well played. No charge for 6. I don't think they have the firepower with just these 3. They'll need another Burrow. Another nuke from the Zeus. He has vision. There's the cast. But a good static storm preventing this. The charge back in. One more bash will be 2 easy takedowns. Call now able to survive through it all. 100 HP. He lives to tell the tale. And boy, they could really use that storm to finish things up. But he's in position for it. Very tanky Barathrum.
Nice quick rotation from First Departure, but I think it was more just Bananas getting overzealous there going in for that extra kill. That was just a bit too greedy and unnecessary for them when they'd found the Huskar. They got the 1-for-1 trade for the Huskar. Should have just been happy with it and then just looked to just take the 1-for-1 and get out of there, but tried to get a bit too more.
Worthy tribute.
Well, gods, Huskar kind of peaking right now, it feels like. Has the Dominator, has the Armlet. This is when he gets really scary. You have your Ice Blast. Lubby's still trying to farm the Midas up. And Queen of Pain Ag's coming soon. What's next for First Departure as they start to hit their first power curve?
You'll probably see Miracle look to pick up something like a Halberd just so you get the evasion, especially when you're diving towers. You want the evasion against towers, against Roshan, and even just against a Stormer and a Gyrocopter, because so much of their ability to kill you while you're armlet toggling is getting those right clicks off at the right time. So having a bit of evasion can really go a long way. But after that, the big objective for them, to me, is Roshan. If they can secure an Aegis, they can take any fights they really want around the map. They can find pickoffs using the Ice Blast. Huskar can go for some solo kills, really, if he wants to. And Bananas are going to have to play very defensively and reactionary if First Departure can secure themselves Roshan.
I'm curious to see how Bananas, how they try to play against the Huskar as far as overall strategy goes. I mean, you can get a Silver Edge to counter his passive, but then if he gets a BKB, it's not really a counter anymore, and at some point normally Huskar will do that. Or do they just like play more for that late game where they could just more easily just right-click him with a gyro and, you know, be more direct about it?
I don't feel like they've got a great Silver Edge buy. The Gyrocopter needs to tank up too much to go for a Silver Edge. It's like I think maybe it's a late game viable item for a Gyro, but for now, Gyro needs BKB, SMY type items.
Okay, let's see if he gets them. Bash comes out, Ancient Apparition charge, or Ancient Apparition plus the charge, I should say. Enough to get the kill. They then glimpse back. Lord Boons, who already used his ultimate, has stick charges, pops them immediately. Quap missing the screen, but it may not matter anyway. The cast not bouncy whatsoever, and this is Dive Dota. They've got the dunk available. Black Shaitan in danger. Epicenter come through with the 2-hero burrow right as they arrive. Perfect combination play. Miracle, can he armlet toggle his way out of this one? He sticks up. Not armlet toggling just yet. He runs the wrong way. Can't make it out. Ends up dying, but still a 2 for 3. Even with the massive, massive dive.
Yeah. For a second there, I thought he was going to armlet toggle his way out, but too many tower pot shots mixed in with the right clicks of the heroes, and this is where First Departure gets scary. They get a bit of momentum inside like a single team fight. They will just go from kill to the next kill and keep on diving you. Spirit Breaker Huskar, this is some true face rush stuff, and it's exactly what they're going to be looking to do.
And Lubby's loving it. He's just sitting in the jungle, hitting creeps. Got his Midas.
It's got his Quelling Blade.
AFK Dota for the HFE, actually. It does have the
not
Quelling
often
Blade.
you see this, but
The Quelling Blade Ancient Apparition. Oh, yeah.
Like a why not kind of thing. It will actually help you farm a little bit faster.
And he knows he's never really going to have to, like, walk into a fight.
Yeah.
He chucks out the Ice Blast now.
I don't think he's ever really going to go push with his team. I mean, his team's not looking to push more than they are to go for kills. Like that, them diving there, the tier 3 tower, they had no intent of going for this tier 2 mid. They just wanted to go for kills, kill off core heroes like Storm, potentially the Gyrocopter, and that's all they have in mind. So Lubby's always staying as far away from the action as possible for that Ice Blast.
Just Huskar Thanes. Ninja Boogie Burrow striking in. This is not really the best way to begin the fight. Can he get off an epicenter? No, it's still on cooldown, and Miracle just goes to work. He's got the level 2 heal. Gives him a lot of sustainability in this fight. Deathward is focusing Miracle, though. He's a raid boss. Can he armlet toggle his way through this? He does end up exploding. Black Shaitan, the hero of the fight, as the Illusion Jesus begins to jump forward. Bolting Fixers barely blinking away. One more auto attack would have done him in. Didn't have an earn charge or anything like that to tick him down. But that was without the epicenter, GoDz. And again, Bananas hanging strong here in these fights.
And Sanking had a rough time in that fight, not just without the epicenter, but also only getting off one burrow strike. You really want to get like 2 burrow strikes in a fight like that. His second one was just about to come up again before he died. If you get the second burrow strike and then you go down, job done. But he really got focused down quickly, and the Witch Doctor, though, was the one who pulled up big. And we kind of talked about during the draft, the one way they really have of dealing with Huskar out in the open, when they're not defending high ground, you've got towers, you've got the high ground advantage, you can probably deal with them fine. But out in the open near the Roche pit, Death Ward has to come up big every single time, and Shaitan found the Death Ward he needed there.
It's 2 times now where Miracle's been just completely chain stunned. Well, not even chain stunned, but just focused, I should say, by the Death Ward.
We'll be going. The Halberd also going to be handy against the Death Ward for Miracle. That's the other big thing here.
Yeah, that's true. And he does have good armor. 17 armor now with the Tranquil Boots, the Dominator, the Armlet. Lots of cheap armor items being picked up.
Coming into play.
Or a potential counter gank coming out from the Disruptor. But in the end, a game of chicken results in everyone just backing away.
Yeah, Bananas weren't ready, and Ninja Boogie's like, oh, I ran into him, but we're not in position to jump yet. So
they're going for it. There's your cast to start things off. They're committing an awful lot of Miracle, but, well, an awful lot might not be enough. The Deathward comes up. Miracle takes the whole goddamn thing. Now the Quad Bolt to turn it. Finally, they bring him down. He truly is a one-man army in terms of how tanky he is, but the problem is the team didn't take advantage of it. They just get picked off one by one, running into the Gyrocopter ult, as well as the Zeus, and ultimately, a 4-hero beatdown bottom. Clear win for Bananas.
And Bloodstone charges, too. That was a fresh Bloodstone for EJ as the fight began.
God,
so
12 charges.
Yeah, just racks him up, and this is very kind of early on in the game already, so even if he gets like a couple more and he's dying, he's got like a 15-second respawn. His downtime is next to nothing right now.
It's amazing when you see how much they commit on the Huskar. But I guess first departure, like they all kind of converged on top of Miracle, so they still took the Gyrocopter flat cannon, the Zeus static field as well, and some additional bonus damage from the call down that they weren't really trying to get multiple heroes of those spells, but they just kind of ended up doing it anyway because they all clumped up.
Yeah. And I think importantly, the Zeus, as much as it's a terrible hero in general to have against the Huskar, like for damage output wise, the 4-star from the way Boons has itemized is really handy. Just having the ability to kite Huskar around a bit, save a teammate who maybe gets kind of jumped by him so you can push him away, get him away from the burning spheres, really helps Bananas out a lot, because that's what's going to happen to the Gyrocopter, especially before he finishes BKB. Can happen to the Sand King if there's detection. So this just general kiting coming out from Bananas is just going to keep getting trickier and trickier for Huskar, especially when the second 4-star comes online, which I imagine Ninja Boogie will have in the next couple of minutes.
It's a ball in mid lane. Jump on the Fixers will come from the Storm. They have no Zeus ult any longer. Not able to finish him off, and now the chase may go the other direction. Fixers initiating here with the Shadow Strike. They glimpse back a secondary hero, and it's Illusion. He may need to deny himself. The Ice Blast is coming out. He doesn't use the Bloodstone deny. Ends up going down. Death Ward onto call, however, at least trading a bit. 1 for 1, but losing their precious Storm. Let's see, can he get back in position for a jump? He has already respawned. No TP, though. He died so quickly after TPing that it's still cooling down.
That was pretty damn impressive from Disruptor. He used the Thunderstrike on the hero in range, but it gave vision of the Storm by like proximity, so he got the glimpse off because of that. So nice bit of play there coming out from Kai.
Yeah, very good awareness.
And a very important kill, just to slow down some of the Storm's momentum. He's still on 8 charges, so can quickly get back up to 11 or 12 with one good fight for Bananas, but you just need to keep tabs on the Bloodstone count.
They do get their Gyro BKB here, so Slicks gets a little tankier and a lot more difficult to burst as Storm looking for the initiation onto Miracle, but dangerous hero to dive under the tower. But with the Quap Eggs having been out for some time now, always going to have it ready for the fights. They glimpse, and they go. Illusion Jesus gets caught. He will ball back. No follow-up lockdown. Nice blast coming through, and couple of pretty big misses there, but first departure, all these very low cooldowns. So we'll just probably wait it out and then look for another fight.
He's got to respect that static storm. And also right now, great Radiant Vision is just setting up these glimpses around the mid lane, up near the tier 2 tower at mid as well. So these are the kind of wards which can give Storm Spirit problems against that Glimpse Static Storm combo.
It's where the Zeus could come in handy with his dewarding potential.
It's something he needs to kind of get on. But it's kind of hard to just be constantly. You don't really want to be playing constant like ward sweeper around the map. You want to hide yourself in fog a lot of the time. You're trying to look to maybe bait teammates. So throwing lightning bolts constantly is maybe not in your interests.
And ultimately, there's an element of luck to it as well.
This smoke, they did smoke out of the ward vision, but the 2 wards placed kind of give a lot of info. So this smoke may become quickly very obvious. Because no one retreated and no one advanced from the mid lane.
So moving on mid, they do jump Miracle, pulling him back into the ultimate of the Gyrocopter, and he dies actually very quickly here. No, not quite. The armlet toggle hangs on. In fact, the evasion of the halberd is the thing making the difference. They can't finish Miracle off, and this looks bad now. They got to get out. Dunks on the Slicks, but stunned at least as they retreat. Cast bouncing, no follow-up damage. Everything committed on Miracle. He lost that first 80% of his health in about 1 second, then the last 20 quickly turns into like 8-10 seconds of chasing without any success. They just couldn't finish him off.
That evasion was so
You mentioned it, GoDz, the halberd making the difference.
Yeah. Bit of extra HP, but yeah, it's most importantly the evasion against the Death Ward and just all the right clicks, because that's what's going to finish him off, allowing him to get the armlet toggle.
Storm going to YOLO this. Is he YOLOing? He's up on the high ground now. He's got position, but they also have vision. No, he is going to try for it. Illusion Jesus. Oh, he doesn't have the mana to get out. No. This time he won't Bloodstone deny, though. But still. From 12 to 5 charges in a matter of 3 minutes.
Yep. That's been a big turnaround. And it was first departure kind of leading for a lot of this game, but Bananas were trying kind of finally getting a grasp on things and dealing with the Huskar, but with just snap of the finger, it's Huskar back on top and back to being a menace and a problem that Bananas don't really have an answer for, at least not now and not really anytime soon, it feels like.
And once again, he's got the ice armor creep, so he's now sitting on 26 armor with evasion. So tanky. They're just going to fight this anyway, though. Epicenter comes through. It's on to 2. This is instantly 2 eviscerated and brought down in the fight, but Miracle just rushes forward. He's got the Aegis available, turns on the Lord Boons. Death to you, sir, he says, but Lord Boons will at least get off a couple more nukes as he immolates. And Miracle being totally focused down here. So much lockdown. 4 dead. Well, with the Aegis, make it 3, but if there's at least 1 or 2 more stuns, they may be able to get him a second time. He can dunk, he can engage. Miracle doing nothing, just focus. Stunned, disabled, but he turns again. They need to pull him back and keep on auto-attacking, even under the tower with the Maledict. They finally get the kill. An Illusion Jesus back to 9 Bloodstone charges. A yo-yo game for the Storm. But they get rid of the Aegis, and the pendulum, God, swings right back the other way.
Not just, yo-yo game for the Storm, a yo-yo game for both teams right now. That was just bizarre. I like that Bananas finally shifted out their strategy. I mean, a big part was Huskar as an Aegis. We can't jump him and focus. Up until now, every fight was let's jump the Huskar and then try and kill him, and after that, there's not enough damage elsewhere. But heroes like Queen of Pain actually do a huge amount of damage now with Sonic Wave, Aghanim Scepter, and just the items that Queen of Pain has. She actually becomes a menace. So this fight, it was like, well, we can't go on Huskar, obviously. Let's just kill all the others, the squishy supports first. And I think they're going to quickly realize that's actually a better idea with or without Aegis. Just ignore the Huskar for now, and then deal with him last. He may get that 1 kill, but you can give up that 1 kill if you're getting 2-3 elsewhere, and Storm Spirit's getting Bloodstone charges.
Yeah, they really need to be able to just chain stun him and survive. And if those other damage dealers are constantly going on him, as you point out, then focusing him will ultimately be a fool's errand. But just a great initiation from the Sand King. And now they make the move onto Fixer. Zeus ult coming out. Could die for this. But doesn't have the Orchid just yet. And off elsewhere in the middle lane. Glimmer Cape used. Black Shaitan, however, not going to be protected by this. But it's a big dive for Call. And the follow-up Burrow Strike may be enough to turn this around. Cask as well. Death Ward. Oh, he loses the vision. Stormballing. There's a BKB on Call who gets off the chart, trying to focus him down. They have the Static Storm available, but just need the position. Can glimpse it back high. Oh, didn't have the vision. Didn't have the vision, but that was dangerously close.
I mean, Shaitan should have put that Death Ward on the high ground. That was pretty big misplay. Like, he was just need to walk maybe like 100 range to get the death ward on the high ground, and I think he just solo kills Spirit Breaker. But
and I guess the question as well is, do you even want a death ward for just the Spirit Breaker when it's really your only way to bring down the Huskar?
I think if you kill him, it's probably worth it.
Oh, they're focusing the Huskar. Not sure about this, guys. They use the epicenter as well. Like, hold down. He takes through it, and he goes full Tarzan, driving forward. Just has no fear. He's healing through it all. He's even picked up a plate mail. Man mode, and just nothing that Bananas can do about it.
They should have learned their lesson the last fight when he had the Aegis, where it's like, hey, okay, we just ignore him and fights go well. And now he's like, oh, no Aegis, let's focus him. That's like a solo epicenter on the one hero who kind of just tanks it and actually shrugs it off for the most part. I mean, I kind of get the idea that they just want to be able to take him out of the fight and kill him off, but...
He has more evasion out. They've got a solar crest. Oh, boy. This is not looking good for focusing on Huskar. They need an MKB on the gyro, and he's got 900 gold.
The one I was just say, the one item which I think is really important to have against Huskers as well as an Urn, which they do have on Shaitan. Using those offensive Urn charges on him just makes armlet toggling a little more difficult, and that is pure damage as well. So that's something.
A good point.
That's a really pesky item, which is just so cheap, so valuable. You have to have one on the support, so good to see that in play for Shaitan. But
at this point, with the max inner vitality and the lifesteal and the armlet, though, it's not it's really strong. I don't know, around that like 10 to 15 minute mark, but not a full solution.
At some point, you're thinking like, we gotta get a Silver Edge or something. Like, what else can we do?
Yeah, Silver Edge sounds nice. He's not going BKB. I mean, why would he at this rate? See you, Boons. Oh, those dunks.
I think maybe, like, and also they haven't gone Yule Scepter on either Sanking or Zeus. That would have been a handy item against the Huskar. Just throw them up in the air and focus the other heroes. It kind of goes back to the strategy that won them that tier 2 mid fight really convincingly. I think Zeus getting a Blink Dagger is very ambitious that he'll be able to get it off to maneuver around the fight.
A lot of itemization options here for Bananas as you bring up that could allow them to just avoid the Huskar, or at least to somewhat counter more directly. But for now, they're focused more on the game plan of just split push. So not looking to fight him head on, but he's become a siege engine, GoDz. Now doing around 180 damage, a lot of attack speed here.
With a TP in.
The charge brewing on Illusion Jesus does have the Bloodstone deny, may need to use it here, already in shatter range practically, will ball out and try to get back to the fountain. Ninja Boogie with the turn, but Lubby's so damn tanky, has completed the Aghanim Scepter, and that is an Aghanim Scepter upgraded ultimate Illusion Jesus, not going to be in kill range it looks like, but Ninja Boogie will be the one who pays from the looks of things. Burrow strikes to the north, but waiting is Kai, trying to get vision up on the high ground. He doesn't have it, he makes it out. Ninja Boogie with the great escape will survive and lives to fight another day.
Not bad, not bad. And
Space created Gyrocopter. Got about 1,100 gold during this time. He's getting closer to that Demon Edge.
And Storm getting very close to the Orchid too now.
I mean, let's be honest. Pretty late Orchid, but yeah, better late than never, GoDz.
Yeah. And still, like I'd say there's a couple BKBs. So Quap, Spirit Breaker, and Huskar maybe will go when accessing on the plate mail. But being able to just Orchid someone like the Disruptor. You want to go flying in, kill a Disruptor. That's going to be often the Storm's plan, and I think that needs to be the plan. Kill the supports to start the fight, forget the Huskar, and go for the squishies. Even heroes like AA with an Ag Scepter, that's a potentially teamfight winning ultimate that you'd love to take out early on, or forced to be used prematurely or not as effectively.
Especially with the Queen of Pain, level 3 pure damage that comes out. It's heavy AoE to complement the Huskar. Oh, haven't broken the base yet. They went back for a Reaver here in Miracle, so just pure tank mode now. With the armlet active, nearly 3k HP, nearly 40 armor.
Killing him with a Satanic.
God, they need pure damage, and there's just no way to get it, honestly.
I wish there was like an item you could buy that was just like a pure damage Dagon or something. Like, that's the item you buy against Huskar, but there's...
It would be so shit if you could just buy a pure damage.
You could upgrade. There's like... Dagon 1 has 2 separate upgrades. You can upgrade either to a Dagon 2 or a pure damage Dagon. It could be a new item.
This sounds almost as broken as the Lumi balance.
I don't know. I mean, it's just like the Huskar only counter.
I don't know if Huskar really needs to be countered any harder than he generally is in Dota. glimpse back. Oh, Black Shitani's not going to be available for the high ground hold here.
It's pushed way back.
Storm even rushing home towards the well. This just gives Miracle just free reign over the base, and as his HP drops lower, he continues to just stack up the charges of Berserker's blood here. They stun him. They look to slow things down, but the heart's now complete. He's around 1,500 HP. This is getting to be the sweet spot. Wrapping around from the rear Slicks with the Shadow Blade. He is building towards the Silver Edge, and he does engage on the love. He finds one. He gets the double kill backstab. The Gyrocopter with just the smallest of items making the difference here. What an excellent move by Mr. Slicks. That was a slick play indeed, but Miracle still the beast in the front lines. He's just going to start focusing everyone. He stands. He tries to fight it out. The Death Ward quickly canceled by Call. Beautifully played. They're going to commit a call down for this. Everything onto Miracle. He might beat them all down. Stunned again and again. He's hardly even losing HP, and now he gets the heal up. It's danger. It's danger for Bananas. Can they finish on Miracle? He dunks one. He's going to get two. He's not done yet. He's diving the well. The charge not going to complete. 3, 4 heroes down, and he's now back to over a third HP and rising rapidly. Has the heal available once more. The Gyrocopter just staring him down while the troll laughs maniacally. Storm needs a lot more than his normal arsenal of nukes to bring him down. They're not even going to bother. He pulls back the Spirit Breaker, but Miracle just tanks through it and turns. He's got a dunk ready. He can commit for this if he'd like. He got the Rax in the end. One-man wrecking crew here. Still has 3,000 gold banked up as an Ice Blast searches for more. Will find Slicks. That's going to be Slicks' demise, it looks like. Has the BKB, but I think even with the BKB duration, would still go down. He's looking in a lot of trouble here, GoDz.
Yep, he's going to accept his fate. I may have lived with a BKB, but...
Would have been close.
Yeah, and that's an 85 seconds. He just bought back as well. That's a dieback from him. They really have to make sure they have and use the Death Ward for the Huskar kill. Not sure where.
It's just so hard. There's the charge to cancel. You've got the Static Storm. I guess there's not that many abilities, but you just panic when you see Huskar starting to dish out all that DPS.
The other thing I feel like they kind of need is for Gyro to actually level up homing missiles. They need the longer stun duration to deal with the Huskar as much as possible. And also the shorter cooldown. They need Huskar stun. That's the key thing where he's kind of locked down, he's not dishing out damage, and it's harder for him to be able to armlet toggle when he gets really low. So I think having level 4 homing missiles is going to be really important to actually deal with him.
If they can get the Silver Edge on him, because he's not going BKB, then, well, he's still got 4,000 health and 35 armor. I mean, it's still not an easy kill.
I think Storm may actually go MKB next, because
I think he has to.
There's
if
no,
you can
like,
kill Huskar, you win the fights.
Yeah, there's no like Hex or Shivers that's going to really win you a fight against this Huskar or help you kill the Huskar, because that seems to be the demise of Bananas right now. So the item to deal with that is going to be an MKB for EJ.
Yeah, and with the Gyro going towards the Silver Edge, it means it's up to the Storm to be the right clicker. He could go back for an MKB, but then you're looking at over 4,000 gold to farm, and doesn't really feel like First Departure want to give him that kind of time, GoDz. They're immediately pushing through the bottom lane, looking for the second lane of Rax, and looking to stay alive here in the first BTS SEA Cup.
And with an AC, Miracle is just continuing to beast mode. When he gets a Satanic... Oh. I thought it was that when he saw the Revive, I just assumed it was a Satanic, but the Hard is also a really, really nice addition, especially for sieging with the constant HP regen.
Will Ninja Boogie prove the hero again? Maybe he can find that game-changing epicenter.
They've got Ice Vortexes. This is where Lubby should be getting proactive, throwing those in trees.
Or maybe Call is just going to walk in. Oh, hello, sir. How are you doing, Mr. Ninja Boogie? Close call. He gets charged as the Zeus ult comes out, but Call's actually dove in a bit too far. He'll end up going down for this. Slick's already low, though, and does engage. Trying to survive for now. Pops the call on the Bloodstone, healing him up a bit, but Miracle, look at this guy. They need the Death Ward to totally, completely go full duration. It won't even work. He dunks, double auto attack, instantly deleting the Witch Doctor. And even if Slicks fights this kill in Lubby, they've got a Miracle problem in the base. This is just not going to be a killable hero. They buy back with Black Shot. Everybody trying their hardest to deal with this guy. It's Miracle versus the world, and GoDz, I think he's going to win this one. Ninja Boogie next. They stun him once, but he's healing. He's healing. He's dunking. He's diving. He's all over them. Bananas back splattering. And back to the Rax. You guys want to go hide in your base? No problem. I got this. Miracle maybe not playing a farming hero, but this is truly a Miracle performance. just cannot be focused. Will not die. Can't stop. Won't stop. Keeps on going for more. Donkey Lord Boone's into the well. He's going to dive the whole way with the Ice Blast. He'll find them all. Monster Kill takes through. Just won't die. He's going for more. He might even dunk Boogie. Does he buy Dust and turn this? He can go back on Slicks. He will go back on Slicks. Oh, barely getting away with the Shadow Blade. And Miracle continues to survive. They get vision from the charge. This allows for a potential kill. More. Give this man another. He'll take it. He's godlike. He's LMAOing. And all chat in there. At long last, the GG. Even the courier won't survive the wrath of Mr. Miracle. Oh my goodness.
The clinic. Huskar clinic coming out from Miracle.
I'm pretty sure that's why they banned him.
Yeah.
They banned him 5th pick last game. And now we see why.
There are some heroes in that like 5th pick slot, like your 5th pick Broods with no counter, your 5th pick Huskars, and this is what they do. They're heroes that just change the game when they don't have an obvious counter on the other side of the team. There's like a few special heroes in Dota that you have to have a counter pick for, and they're so dangerous when 5th picked, and Huskar is one of them.
They got almost a full duration death ward, and he's still running around with like 1,400 health. He didn't even get as low as he maybe wanted for maximum damage.
Yeah, evasion and huge armor. Like Halberd combined with the Assault Cuirass and everything else, not to mention the HP pool. It was...
the Miracle show continues. And first departure, they do survive to fight another day. Your Aussies are dead. Any closing words? What do you do in Australia when your comrade falls? Is there a
you hit the
special
pub?
Word? Yeah,
you hit the pub.
Are we gonna hit the pub?
Yep.
All right.
There
you go.
That's where we're going next, LD.
Right.
We're both back in there.
We'll pour one out for the good old Aussies, guys. And with that, we can take a quick look at the bracket here before we wrap things up. So with the win here, first departure do advance. They play Ideal Esports, who really they dominated Execration the other day.
Yeah,
and looked very solid in doing so.
And that was a surprise because Execration came in as one of the kind of maybe pseudo favorites at least. Like they were seeded in like the top 3 or top 4 as far as the SEA teams went. So Ideal in really good form right now.
Oh, man, that is a BTS moment. If you guys want to see that, we will have that last fight up. If you missed it, if you're just tuning in now, it was the Miracle show. Brilliant to watch. It's still going on the stream right now.
we've got 2-minute delay, so we get to watch it twice.
Okay. Well, with that said, guys, thank you so much for joining us. This is the BTS series, our SEA Cup #1. We haven't even gotten fully into the round of 8 yet, so a couple more teams still to qualify, 2 to advance, and then whoever wins those round of 8 matches, they'll be in the money god. So with that, everybody, thank you for watching. We'll have a rebroadcast coming up for you next, and it's going to be LD and GoDz signing off.